This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
Look at them, locked inside that cage like a couple of rabid animals. Ooh.
You gotta believe this one's over.
Before 2017's Extreme Rules, there were just 3 previous tag team matches where championship gold was decided inside a steel cage in the history of WWE special events. The Hardy Boys were in 2 of those matches. At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of a team had to exit the cage and have both feet on the floor.
The Hardys used their famous continuity to gain the early advantage.
The cover. Plenty of fight left.
So resourceful. According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the 2 met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
Corey, you gave us an impressive history of the origins of the steel cage match. I'd like to point out to our viewers that from the 1960s to the mid-1980s, chain link fences were used to enclose the ring for WWE steel cage matches. A superstar could win by pinfall submission or by exiting the cage through the cage door or climbing over the top of the cage.
We should also point out, Michael, that the way to win a steel cage match can vary by match depending on what was agreed to before contracts to compete in the match were signed. Talking about history, at WrestleMania 2, WWE unveiled the redesigned steel cage with solid steel blue bars before returning to chain link mesh in the late 1990s.
Pile driver!
Spiked him.
I think we know what this is. Is he done? Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
The Human Torch up and down. What a slam. I knew it was only a matter of time. We talk about how important stipulations are in a steel cage match. If superstars sign a contract where the only way to win is escape the cage and have both your feet touch the floor, the competitors must have a plan. Especially since you have to be comfortable trying to escape through the cage door as you do climbing over the top of the cage and vice versa.
This might be it.
Oh my.
Corey, you touched on something moments ago that's so important for the combatants in a steel cage match to remember. A superstar must be able to think offensively to figure out how they're going to escape the cage. They must think defensively at the same time so they can prevent their opponent from getting out of the cage first and winning the match.
Well, a superstar must become comfortable with escaping the cage by both exiting the cage door and by climbing over the top of the cage. They must also be aware of their attributes and what's best for them. Let's just say if you're a giant like The Big Show, The Undertaker, Kane, or even Braun Strowman, it's preferred to exit through the cage door.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Ooh, what impact. He's looking incredibly fatigued right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he had nothing left at this point.
The look on his face right now tells me he'd rather be anywhere else in the world than inside that cage right now.
At this point, he has to be thinking to himself, what do I have to do to get back in this thing?
This steel cage match is in the books.
No doubt it was a good one. Here's another look.
He ain't messing around. And finally,
here is your winner, Eddie Brock.
A big singles victory here tonight.
Hey, this isn't just about going out there and making sure everybody's entertained. You gotta win your matches, and that's exactly what happened here. A will to win was on display.
What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen.